Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
In that bottom lane to really get any sort of advantage. K'Sante going to come in, the Dusante, as we like to say. He's
we'll see what they can get done as equalizer.
Yeah, there's the ignite down as well. And look at the items, Wolf. Look at the items. He picks up the Sorcerer's Shoes and just cooks the K'Sante. Kwangdong Freecs are going to be able to set up for this Drake, but Pyosik just waits for the wall to go down. Kuz taking a lot of damage from the Unleashed Power, and so he is out of this one. KT, they'll pick up where Kwangdong Freecs started.
Yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate for Kwangdong. Bulldog's timing of his ultimate a little bit too early to actually help them secure the dragon itself. And like I said, BDD, his ult does damage, and he's just going to push Kuz off of it, and that is the secure. It's a bloodless fight there on the bottom side of the map, but it is a successful one for KT, and they need to be able to stack these dragons very well.
Oh, well, this is looking scary as, oh my goodness, the terrifying Rumble just comes in, barbecues the Talia, and heads back towards the top side. Now we
show up to the fight on time here. They had no prio to do so.
Yeah, and so this is just going to be taken. Looks like Kwangdong Freecs might try to get some sort of yeah, Q going to miss there as Dudu might have missed that on purpose to try and bait Perfect in, and there is the counter-strike. Pyosik going to turn up, though. Flash comes through. Great positioning of the equalizer, although they do get out of the way. It just doesn't matter, as now BDD, he's teleported in, unleashes the power towards Kuz as the seismic shove is decent.
K'Sante invaded them into that fight, had a really well-placed equalizer there, and even though the K'Sante all-out was actually really nice to pull him away from the equalizers. Oh, Herald?
There's a flash forward. Pop Blossom is going to come in, but Def not actually affected by it. Whirling Death comes down. Beryl is just pulled out of from the side, and now Deft is able to lock down that kill. Slowed down with the Rand. Beryl out of dashes, out of hooks, and so they're going to let the Neek.
I like that.
The added lethality in Def's build. He does like to do this and then still goes other things as, oh dear, Quantum caught backing on a ward, and they're going to find the right one here as well. BDD locks down the Nico. Can't be too tricky. Still looking relatively good for now as the Rift Herald is going to crash. Nice.
So they get a turret, and now they have insane prio for Dragon. They're getting an extra charge on this Herald, it looks like, too. Equalizer dropped.
Yeah, Bull down to 50% health. What the heck? Quantum just... he's just gone. He just came back. Yeah. Oh God. Well, there's another drive here for Beryl as 200 health left on Shelly, and she'll get another charge. Inhibitor turret at 17 minutes.
Never damage in this game, and now Kuz caught in this bottom lane.
Yeah, and he does actually throw, Pyosik throws Kuz into death. Not exactly optimal, but it doesn't really matter. Seismic Shove connects onto the Callista, but not able to do enough damage here as now the rest of KT are just going to pile forward. Decent Pop Blossom attempt, but he's just too squishy. Quantum not able to do anything. Fate's Call gets Beryl out of there, and now Dudu dashing forward. They do manage to lock down the kill onto Pyosik. That should be all they get off the back of this one. Remember, there is no turret in this area all out here as the hook is too good. And now Bull trying to get that cash in. Deft is fighting him, and he does go down. BDD manages to get the kill in the end, but still some decent money over to the Draven. And without Rumble, it's a little bit more on. Want to be looking at as Beryl at full health. Celestial opposition at the ready as Equalizer on top of Bull once again. He's sort of just pushed against the wall, and the flash forward from Perfect. Whirling Death is decent as now Perfect kind of out of the fight, but Kuz is already dead. Deft able to lock down that one, and Quantum once again at 50%. Perfect just doesn't really care, man. He's going down low, but it doesn't really matter. Shape Split are going to be collected by Beryl, and there is Soul Point for KT.
I mean, he just won the fight on his own. He's like, I pushed Bull out. That's it. That's the end of the fight, and I'm going to keep tossing harpoons in and making sure they don't come in here for a contest. Kuz is dead. There's no way for them to actually smite this, and BDD is just like, well,
it is... Yeah, that's 2 completed items. Is now Weaver's Wall going to come on through. Pop Blossom looking for him, gets the shield, and that is about it. Seismic Shove does push Deft into the wall, but that scatter is fantastic. Bull, the Whirling Death is actually for him, and there goes Bulldog as well. Quantum taken down in an instant. The knock-up from Beryl. They are just chaining them one after the other, as, yeah, Dudu takes a little while to die, but Deft is going to be able to take him down, and a celebratory equalizer is there, and the king of team fights, yeah, I would agree.
So far in this game, that is absolute. Yeah, and BDD are going to turn that one around. Perfect. Now has, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, the Storm Surge.
The Storm Surge He's probably not going to like that, but it is pretty...
I mean, I like it as a snowball item, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're just absolutely crushing, having extra movement speed means you just get to light people on fire more. And they're only going to be running away from you at this point in time,
I mean,
right?
that's true. I guess given the game state, Huni might not mind it too much, and Huni does normally like aggressive things and lots of damage, so we'll see what he thinks about it. I don't hate it, because I think he can do no wrong in this game.
Decent seismic shove there onto Pyosik. Does suffer a fair bit of his health bar in damage as Deft and Beryl hanging out here in this mid lane. Inhibitor still up and available as, of course, they only took the Inhibitor turret very early on, as Hook going to connect onto Dudu. Equalizer means that Bull is just out of this fight entirely, all out onto Deft as he is going to be taken down. But still, there is so much damage available from KT. BDD raining hell down upon them. Cuz is going to die. There is the stun onto Bulldog with a scat of the week, but the seismic shove is still there, and BDD will be taken down. The rest of the three on KT, though, they are still going to be able to take this Inhibitor. Inhibitor turret in trouble, and Bulldog not really going to be able to do too much as well.
It's going to be difficult to end here with Bulldog still alive, and he's going to be able to Weaver's Wall his way to safety, and even with the Baron, KT are going to back out. I think they definitely gave some consideration to trying to end, but that wave thins out in bottom as well. Now Perfect.
Nice little sidestep on those Qs as well, as Koshik's at full health. I don't know whether Dudu is really going to be able to do too much, but they do have the band back together. And Perfect now going to get hit by that Q. All right, Koshik, can you actually stop them from continuing to chase them down as that Harpoon lands? And that means that a little bit of a shame. I thought the Storm Surge could probably be made up for, but with an arm guard there, it's just not happening. As Quantum now going to look for an opportunity, another phenomenal equalizer. Oh my god! If he had a Void Staff, then maybe they had have died, but he would have died himself if he didn't have that arm guard, so maybe, just maybe, he'll get away with it. Still, Bulldog's able to lock that one down, but that's a Mountain Soul now for KT, as Dudu's going to get engaged on a Hook going to connect there as well, and now Bull is in so much trouble, just knocked up over and over again. Deft finally catches up, and that is going to be the death of the Draven. Cuz knocked into the sky as well, and he's going to be the last kill. As well, I guess Bulldog is still here. He's just trying to take care of the base. Made it out unscathed.
Yeah, he is going to manage that wave, and the Inhibitor is still down for 3 minutes time, but it will be able to done this fight. Bull does some traveling, but is not able to escape from the
Oh, okay, well this is a bit of an engage onto Perfect. He looks for Bull, but he is going to be taken down. Cuz grabs that kill, as now Beryl looks for a little bit of a re-engage. Deft over the wall actually is going to be able to keep himself safe, and the Jax is going to go down. Another seismic shove is decent for the disengage, but Kwangdong Freecs, they just want out of this one. It's a 1-for-1 trade though, and honestly, you kill this Rumble, you're feeling very happy to sacrifice Cuz.
Yeah, the problem is that they don't have enough control after the fight, so they still will just lose more of the map. And
all right, so the good news does end.
Yeah, the good news does end that you got some money again out of this Rumble. Arm guard's broken, so they knew they could focus him down. We're missing some context as to how that fight started off and why Perfect was that far forward, but probably just pushing that vision and trying to get additional information.
Oh dear, there's the Hex Flash over the wall. Dudu not exactly the prime target, but they'll take whatever they can get. As Quantum looking for a re-engage angle. There's the all-out to get him out of there, and that is actually going to work. Koshik down to 50%. Wimp becomes lightning as Dudu maybe don't go too far forward, my friend. He'll get knocked up and taken down. Fate's call now for the re-engage. As Quantum, he'll try and dash cannon his way out, but there's another dash here for the Xin Zhao. And now Cuz on that flank angle going to be spotted by the Vision, and they cannot just go in one by one, especially not when KT are this far ahead.
Yeah, and to give Quantum a little bit of credit, I mean, when your game is this lost and you have no map control, the Nico is going to die a lot.
As Scat of the Week onto Bull, managing to find that target. Kind of ridiculous there from BDD as these Nexus turrets just fall down. It's the end of the game, guys. We'll see where the KT go for some more kills, as that is a really nice Q3, to be honest, out of Dudu, but the Scat of the Week is going to come through. Bull is going to be the last one to die, and then the Nexus will be finished off. KT getting some revenge over the Kwangdong Freecs. Is that actually happening? Surely not.
Don't think so.
It's Rammus.
Okay.
It's Copy and Rammus aren't going to be used, as Deft will be able to clear out the wave. And all right, we Soren. Is the slam going to come in? No, he actually didn't have it. He's just going to taunt, and Deft is going to be able to help take down the kill. Still, Cuz coming on in. Deft was the one tanking the turret, so suboptimal on that front. They do manage to take the Caitlyn down, though, and we'll see whether the rest of KT are going to be able to get out. Great bubble there from
aim an arrow at it. Okay.
Oh, if at first you don't succeed, just go back when the arrow isn't actually available. Now the culling is going to follow up. Bull is able to walk his way out, and Deft is just dead because Bulldog is going to turn up for this one. BDD's in there, and there is the ace in the hole from Bull. He's going to help lock that one down as well. Kwangdong Freecs, they had the cavalry ready to arrive. Although Cuz is just going to die. The flash forward was aggressive and strange, and Beryl, he's not going to die. BDD is going to be so massive.
There's something happening in live. Bulldog's doing things.
Yep, BDD is taking some damages. Quantum's there as well, as BDD's going to get flashed on. He does flash the Orb of Deception, as now Quantum is going to sacrifice himself to make sure he gets that kill. And now there's even more happening. Deft able to sidestep as Bull doesn't hit. Explosive charge that it is now is just a fiery dot. Oh god, the damage from Deft here. Kind of massive. Cuz not going to be able to find the Vault Breaker, and he gets bubbled. Deft just needs one more auto, and this Vi is dead. There's the flash forward barrel. He loses patience entirely and is just going to die. They do manage to take down the jungler, but here's the Weave as well. BDD tries to look for Bull, but he's not quite.
And I think, okay, Bulldog?
Yeah, not going to be able to find the charm, but they do get the arrow onto the Nami. That's fish food. And
okay.
That's a really nice pick because they have this Rift Herald as well. Possibility to open up this mid lane entirely. You can see that Rammus does want to stop it from happening. Gets a taunt onto Quantum, but the seismic shove not going to be used in time. Quantum gets himself out. Cuz was spotted. Kyoshik's still at 50%. Not exactly optimal, as now Weaver's Wall going to come down. Bulldog in such an awkward position. And there's the seismic shove, just hand-delivered to the bubble dispenser. And Beryl's going to be able to help take him down there. That's another kill going over to Deft. They will lose their outer turret.
He might be able to get straight into this backline and make magic happen. Cuz already here for the contest.
Yep, teleports coming in all over the place, as that is going to be the steal for Cuz. Fantastic work. Now Bulldog makes his way into the backline, and that is going to be a dead Talia. The priority target absolutely is now the Soaring Slam trying to get Kyoshik out, and Ace in the Hole just really doesn't do damage to a Rammus.
Yeah, no, and the flash attempt there to follow on Blast Cone for Bulldog was optimistic at best, and so his flash is now down. Kyoshik will escape.
Yeah, Deft is just dashing on top of Cuz here. Wants to block the Vault Breaker as Charm connects, and perfect, not exactly two. 77 is going to be the kill score though, and really not a whole lot in it. All right, let's see what the kitchen sink does to Kyoshik. And it looks like it does actually take him down, as now Bulldog dashing forward. Kyoshik is obviously just going to survive. Quantum in trouble as BDD not quite able to land the last few shots. Finally, Deft is going to start getting this work done. Quantum almost survives. Once again, Beryl has to flash in.
Yeah, but it still wasn't enough, actually. It still, in fact, it was not enough to kill him. He gets away, and KT turn on it. TP to come through.
Yeah, now Dudu could be in a whole lot of trouble. Teleport from Bulldog as well, as both mid laners coming down. It's just solo laners only in this moment, as the threaded volley not really finding the mark, as Deft is going to turn up even though he wasn't necessarily invited. And the rest of KT are all here. And Kyoshik, yeah, he is just
how much damage he's going to do here. Like, watch this.
Yeah, oh my god, okay, Cuz, he dives in. They are able to take down said Lucian, but Bulldog not going to be able to do too much more. He's going down so incredibly low. Kyoshik continuing to tank everyone, and this time KT don't have the follow-up.
It's the smite, and winning the fight is going to be difficult here with no Leandries for BDD. If you had Leandries, maybe you kind of poke at them and then eventually get a kill or two on the exit.
Does manage to find some sort of defensive item to purchase next. Does need a Lord Doms, absolutely, is Quantum. Oh dear, he's really dead. He's going to connect the arrow, and that means that Kyoshik gets the kill. So I guess there's that as the silver lining. And whether KT are going to be able to find this turn angle. There's Bull making his way out of the brush, and they've got a little bit of a wraparound here as Tidal Wave's going to come in. Bull, he was on the wrong ledge, and there is the Bull. It just slams down on top of them. Bubble is going to be there for the connection. The layering of CC is so good, as cease and desist is just not going to be listened to whatsoever. KT do not do that. They do not stop. They just continue, as Bulldog is trying to deal with Perfect, who is extraordinarily tanky. That was a phenomenal turn. And they don't really do that much. You want to wait until ultra late game or something like that, as now Kyoshik possibly going to get charmed up, and is, and okay, another kitchen sink going to be delivered. This time, they kill him. All right, Kwangdong Freecs nailing it.
I guess the lethality Aatrox was the answer. I guess that's the damage they needed.
Yeah. As Quantum now just going to get engaged on by Perfect, so cease and desist going to be utilized, but now Cuz is very far away from the rest of his team and will just be absolutely zapped by the rest of them. KT now turning their attention to Dudu, and it's just too split. The tidal wave stops them from being able to follow up altogether, and now Bull is trying to deal with a BDD who is able to throw so many more rocks than her bullets can handle.
That could not have been a more split-up fight for Kwangdong Freecs if it split. Perfect. Yeah. Looks like he's going to grab this turret here with the Baron buff still rolling for another minute. That's almost 5,000 gold they pick up in total here, as there's no way to focus down a single target when you are just so disjointed as they were in that team fight.
And now Quantum, he's going to get slammed into one more time. Bull taking more damage than he's dealing. Kyoshik presses his defensive bull curl button, and the Caitlyn kills herself by shooting him.
Yeah, it's
that's not fair.
He has Jack shows. He is not getting hurt by anyone.
Yeah.
As Quantum has spent so much time dead in this game because he's been pressured by Deft and then blown up by Deft all this game long. He's several levels down on Barrel.
Someone needs to tell Bulldog that that is not his home. That was his home in the last game. As he's going to go golden underneath the inhibitor turret. It's his favorite one, and that's where he's going to die. Dudu now going to at least be able to get a turret back here towards his top side. So this game is rapidly devolving.
It certainly is. Down goes that top side turret. And Kyoshik is just threatening non-stop here. If he locks anybody down, Def just dashes and blows somebody up. Like here for Kwangdong Freecs, as Def just keeps nuking people.
Well, now we've got a Weaver's Wall, and there's an orb bouncing along. That is just going to guarantee this inner turret for KT. Use that to line their pockets and also create way more vision denial around this Baron. That's going to be up in a minute 30. Okay, there's a dash forward from Deft. This culling is really starting to hurt. Thankfully, they do make their way out of it majoritively.
It's hard for Kwangdong to come back in this game just because they have no map control, and with the support that's this squishy and this far behind, and Vi, who doesn't have great follow-up in this comp anymore since Caitlyn's just been trapped in the trough. It's really tough. I mean, Kyoshik, does he care?
No. No, Bulldog ran out of spells, and so therefore he stopped taking damage. Dudu finds the backline, though. Maybe they care about that, but the massive slam is going to come down. They get rid of Dudu. Deft is still alive. He had that Bloodthirster from earlier, and it worked out so well. Quantum will fall the double tap to get rid of the Ari. A teleport of about 1.5 meters for Perfect. They'll take down these inhibitor turrets, and I think KT are looking to just say goodbye to this game.
I think so. They just have such a huge lead here, and these turrets are going to disappear before the might of Def.
Oh my goodness. All right, Bull is underneath, is in his fountain, but is just going to be unceremoniously slaughtered. And Deft, he claims that kill. That's his 12th of the game. Absolutely gigantic performance on this Lucian. Couldn't have done it without his hedgehog in the jungle. Kyoshik's Rammus, what an absolute joy. But honestly, that was just a game with a lot of